Hello and welcome to my final project presentation for EDP 632. This assignment was a problem-based or project-based assignment that we needed to create. So for mine, I created one on conducting a successful reference interview, locating items within the library catalog. The central problem for this learning scenario is a patron is requesting an item / subject to the library catalog. What is the best way to help them locate this item and subject? And then I would have each team choose a more specific scenario within this problem set. These scenarios are open-ended and are easy for unique interpretations. So each partner could take one of these questions and come up hopefully with a totally unique scenario. If each person used one of these questions, hopefully we would get several different answers and solutions, which is one of the key tenets of a PBL learning activity. The target learners for this training session would be library circulation staff and student workers. Trainings would be in 2 different days with staff meeting on one session, student workers meeting in another. This is one to break down the group into manageable sizes and so that learners can engage with members of their own demographic group. At the end of this learning session, learners should be able to accurately assess and interpret patron queries and questions, summarize patron questions, create a plan of action to resolve patron questions, identify and recommend appropriate library resources, explain and demonstrate how to navigate the catalog, and verify whether the patron needs have been fully met during the reference interview. So training would begin with a review of the essential elements of a successful reference interview and how to complete searches within our library catalog and database. Learners would be provided with handouts for these items, and these should definitely be reviewed because we have had training and they use these skills within their daily work schedule. After the review sessions, learners would then be presented with the central problem and would be placed in the groups of 2 to work together to simulate a full reference interview. One member of the group would take on the role of the staff member and the other would be the patron, and then they would work together to simulate what a reference interview would be like with their specific scenario. Learners would be directed to take notes and keep track of the resources they use to gather information and resolve the request. And then once the learners have finished the reference interview, they will be asked to create a presentation outlining the steps they followed and the resources they used to assist the patron in fulfilling their needs. So in terms of PBL learning strategies, this lesson plan involves student voice and choice. Students are in charge of solving presented problems while the instructor acts as a guide and a coach. There's a challenging problem or question. The presented problems are constructed to be open-ended, allowing for several possible solutions. And these problems are designed to help them gain important job-related skills. There's sustained inquiry, because the problem-solving process is designed so that learners are encouraged to research, ask questions, and dig deeper into the library catalog and database. These problems are designed to be challenging and should encourage the learners to work as a team to come up with a satisfying solution. It also includes key knowledge, understanding, and success skills. Within this exercise, learners would gain important skills and understanding related to conducting reference interviews and catalog searches, as well as critical thinking, problem-solving skills, collaboration skills, and self-management skills, all of which are important in this job field. This also includes an authentic real-life scenario. Problems are based on actual questions and scenarios patrons may present to staff members during their work schedule. The skills and knowledge they acquired with this training can be applied to future tasks in the workplace. It includes reflection. Learners will reflect on their learning experience through a formative assessment. During this assessment, learners will reflect on the reference interview process, what challenges they faced, and how they overcame them to solve the overall problem. Also has critique and revision. Grading will be an informal process since this is a not for credit class. It's a job training session. Learners will be asked to present their findings during a peer review session where learners will be encouraged to provide feedback and ask questions about the team's work. And finally, it includes a product. Learners will be asked to create a Google Slides, PowerPoint, Prezi video reflecting on their reference interview catalog search process. So like I said, group member roles would be one would be the patron, one would be a staff member. The patron's role will be asked further clarifying questions and correct the course of the reference interview if the staff makes the error. And the staff member is there to guide the patron towards a more exact solution of the problem and demonstrate how they're finding a solution. And like I said, the assessment would include the creation of a Google Slides presentation reflecting on their problem-solving experience, and which would be presented during a peer review process. This would include the central problem, the steps that they followed to complete the search, any challenges or issues they encountered, as well as personal reflections from both members of the pair. And that is it. That is my whole problem-based learning scenario. Hopefully you found it enlightening, and I think that my learners would learn a lot through it. Thank you for watching.